Welcome back, my friends and fellow gamers. I'm Wrath, and let's get into it. So, we just finished our raid to get supplies from the Everest Station pre-spawn. Oh, baby girl. She's got her treats. Yum, 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 yum. We're chewing on some marshmallows together. But the ship has taken a fair amount of abuse, so we need to address that before we progress any further. So I'm going to grab my torch here. Okay. And we're going to go out and take a look around the ship and see what can be done. We're just going to top off our air as best we can. Put the empty one away in here. Dang it. There we go. Those drawers are really difficult to manage, and I wish that they would give you, like, some inkling of which one you're actually selecting. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead. Are you all done with the marshmallows? You want the bag? Okay. I'll take the bowl, you take the bag. Alright, so we're going to close the inner door and depressurize. How many of you thought I forgot that again? Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yep. Marshmallows are yummy. Alright, so let's go out and let's get our repairs done here. So the ship is taking quite a bit of abuse. So, oh yep, there's some sparks flying up here. So let's get this out and start working the ship over here. I don't know what it is, but I can't seem to grab onto the edge of this ship right here. So I end up bouncing around. There we go. Okay. So that spot is repaired. The next spot that I know of where you often get damage is the front end underneath. Somebody complaining about the fact that it's an experimental build, guys. And some people, I think they got into the testing squad and didn't understand what they were signing up for, or they just didn't have, like, the whole idea built in their heads well. Okay, nothing there to repair. Look for, because I mean we were at 75%, so there should be another blatantly large hole or a small piece of damage somewhere on the ship here. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like those are the only two damage nodes on the ship, the top and the front bottom. So now that we've gone ahead and fixed that up, let's go ahead and get back inside. Oh, I hate that transition. It always like messes me up. All right, and go ahead and start pressurizing. And now we can go ahead and look at what the situation for the rest of the video will be. So we've done our repairs. We are at 88%. So something else is damaged. It's not there. It's not there. Where is the rest of the damage? There's got to be another damage node that I missed. Is there one internally here? Okay, I've got to go back out and take a look again. I think it's around the back bottom or the top. There's got to be another damage node that we can fix. And we could definitely do a drinking game on this. Every time you're sure that I'm going to forget and that I remember, you've got to take a drink. Whether it's, you know, Dr. Pepper or something else, whatever it happens to be. There's got to be a damage node somewhere here that I'm missing. Lights on. Okay, it's not there. Where is it? So we fixed the one on the top, near the front. Is there one on the side here, maybe? Go over the hole with the torch. I can't see anywhere else that's damaged for me to try and fix. So maybe something here that needs to be fixed. No fixes there required. I mean, there should be some visible aspect to be repaired. I can't find anything, even though the ship said 88%. Which makes me think it's got to be like internal or something. Maybe up by the solar panel here? Oh, wow. That's a tiny little spot. That's messed up. Like, you are legit never gonna see that. Well, that should have repaired it all. Or if there is still something else that's a little bit damaged, I'm probably just going to have to live with it. So, nope, we're at 100%. Alrighty, and let's pressurize this bad boy. Okay, so that's wasted about 10 minutes of our life trying to figure out where the stupid frickin' thing is. Ah, double tap. Alright, there we go. So we just need to see if there's a module that we can capture at this point that's worth our effort. So ideally, I like the passive energy that you get from the solar panel modules, but I think everybody else does too. Let's see what we got here. Another cargo bay. Power supply module. Alright, let's go for this FM. That's, no, you know what? Let's go for the power supply first. Okay. So if I can work this right, I can snag the two modules at the same time, take them both home and repair them, and be done. So let's see if I can make this work. And I think this will probably be my last recording for the evening, so I'll throw all these up and schedule them for the next couple of days. So you should be getting this one probably about middle of the week or later, somewhere around there. Yeah, because that looks like yeah, about 4 episodes. So I'll throw one out tonight and then one out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So yeah, so you should get this one around the tail end of the week here. Now, in real life news, I'm going back into another project, so there's again going to be another lull in content because, you know, work comes first. So work and family are always going to come first, and I can't help that. That's just the nature of the universe. Oh, tell me I'm going to land close on this here. 500 meters, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay. Alright, let's go grab this guy. And I'm being a little cavalier here, but that's okay. Slow it down. Slow down. Slow down. Okay. So the module is going to be over here. Or the anchor. It's probably going to be over here. Yep. Okay, there it is. Power supply module. All right. So I don't know why I get super quiet whenever I do this. I guess it's just because I'm focusing very, very hard. I want to make sure that I've got the right proper lineup here. There we go. Bring her in. All right. And bingo, locked on. All right, excellent. Now let's go ahead and scan for that lovely fabrication module, which is over here. Because we can pull more than one. So if we can slap this right on the front here. Remember, up there it goes. There it goes. Oh. Down. Yeah, if we can hook both of these, then we can get 2 modules for the price of 1 trip. And that should be a very good outcome for the day. And then we can take them both home, clean them up, stick them on the base, and we'll be done. Now, the only big problem that we're going to have is we have very little in the way of reactor fuel, but we'll work around that here. So we got another minute or so of warp. You've definitely got to have sort of a combination of a pretty big dosage of brave pills when it comes to this game, because you're going to do stuff that's going to make you squirrely, especially like when you start going after like a military outpost or something, because those are armed. Yeah, not a lot of fun. But you've got to sort of prep yourself for it so that you can get get yourself ready to face whatever's ahead of you. Now, you don't strictly have to leave the Bethier orbits. It's not required. It's not a required condition or anything like that. Ooh, 200 meters. That's a fairly good landing spot. Okay, now, if I've got this right, then we should. That's the one we want. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to straight dock onto this thing and put it in our daisy chain here. And then it should. Let's roll this over here because we're basically upside down. Zero out our other speeds here and then get up to a decent approach speed. Of course, what do I know? Like 4 meters a second is actually pretty damn fast. It's like 30 miles an hour or something, isn't it? Somebody who knows the math, comment. So I can't remember it off the top of my head if that's if 4 meters per second is If that's like 30 miles an hour or something like that. But I know it's supposed to be pretty fast. It's, you know, when they say 20 meters a second is basically like a bug on a windshield kind of deal. So you know that's a pretty fast speed. I could go to Almighty Google and ask for the conversions. Oh, Almighty Google, please convert these numbers to make sense for me, because I am stupid and lazy. Oh, that was a cool shot of that module exploding. Alright, now let's start bringing her in. Whew. Ooga booga. Let's get the heck out of here as soon as possible. I hate trying to go after these things when you're getting beat on. As we just fixed the paint on this ship. Dang it. But this will be nice. This gets us the last two modules that we needed in order to complete the ship, or the station. And that plugs up all the extra holes so nobody can come randomly waltzing into the station without busting a lock. Which is an important distinction. And locked on. Okay. Yep, there it is right in front of us. So let's go ahead and set a course for home station. And okay, and drop that down. We got 15 seconds or less. 10. Perfect. Now watch me have screwed up because I didn't check my warp alignment. Watch this. It'll be like, and you crash into a frickin' moon or something. That would be just peachy. But we've gotten a lot of efficiency out of this one fuel cell. And again, for those of you who don't know, the reason I have a bunch of 100% fuel cells is not because I found them. It's because I went and allowed myself to jettison my starting ship after stripping everything out of it, everything that I needed, fuel and stuff that I could get, and then fuel and parts and everything else, and then setting it to self-destruct and calling a new one. And I did that 2 times to get an additional 2 100% fuel cells that the ship starts with. That's why I have those. It's a little bit gimmicky, but it was way more exploitive when you only had the much larger ship, the Argus or the Mule, whatever you want to call it, that had 3 warp cells. So that one came with a 100% warp cell and a 30% warp cell guaranteed. And had room for like 9 warp cells, 3 in the system and 6 in containers. Had a ton more parts and you could get way more out of it. So not having that ship around anymore, at least in the starting area, is nice in the fact that it now makes you have to get smaller with your equipment. So now that we've got this fabrication module, my first primary goal is going to be a singularity cell detonator that is tier 2 or 3 or possibly even tier 4, because that will allow me to extend the range of this ship quite a bit, because you expend fuel based on how long you're in warp. So the higher warp you use, the less time you spend in warp, because you're traveling. The fuel, it burns at a steady speed based on your distance traveled, your time in warp. So you can conserve fuel by reducing your time in warp, and you can conserve fuel by reducing your by making your ship go faster in that warp, so that it covers more distance and again is in warp for a shorter period of time. So the singularity cell detonator that we have, we're going to be using that because I really do want to go out and find one of the old Argus ships, which have been not visible in this area, so I don't think that they actually show up here. But they are definitely... They should still be in the game somewhere. So if we can find one to set up as sort of our mining ship, then we landed 7 kilometers off target. That's a big deviation. All right, counteract that a little bit there and burn forward. Alright, so once we hit 100, alright, that should get us a pretty good approach speed. Because it'll take us about a minute or so to get over there. A little less than a minute. And again, I'm not directly on target, and that's fine. I understand that. But I just... Oh, what was that? It almost looked like an explosion. Okay, brakes on. Brakes on. Oh, let's bring it down to 50. We're now nearly stationary. Correction, we're now nearly in a matching orbit. Alright, so now let's get a nice stable approach. And again, we're going to follow the same routine as we did last time, which is that I'm going to pop out and scrub this sucker up, make sure it's in working order, get all the holes filled in. And then, yeah, that flash down there is really scaring me. But once we've got it all fitted up and ready, we'll attach it to the station. And then we'll be ready to go ahead and start trying to supply everything and get everything going. I'm going to keep the camera going for as long as I can here, but we're probably going to go well over my normal time restriction here. Let's get a little bit closer. Come on. Number 4, turn on the lights. Turn on the lights, you fool. Alright, that's the cargo module there. Oh, we're coming in underneath. Okay. That's why I was having trouble recognizing where we were at. We're on the wrong side of it here. We want to be over on this side. Reduce speed. Okay, matched with the target. All right. Time to go get our handy dandy repair system up and running. And that of course means me. And yes, I did just make a Blue's Clues reference. Alright. So this is going to take a little bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this repair process off camera. I hope that you have liked the video and that you will leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. It really just makes me feel great to see that all these people are enjoying my content and want to see more of it. Until next time, I'm Wrath, and I will catch you on the flip side.